the Director General, Rafael Grossi, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is indeed an honor to address this gathering of eminent persons from around the world at this very important scientific forum. I commend the agency and the Director General for the timeliness of the theme of this forum, Atoms for Food, Better Agriculture for Better Life, which comes in the wake of commodity price inflation linked to the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, prevailing conflicts in key world food-producing regions, adverse impacts occasioned by climate change, pests, diseases, outbreaks, among others. Allow me to say, therefore, that we are proud as a country to be part of discussions in addressing one of the pressing global challenges of food insecurity. I also congratulate the Director General for launching, together with the FAO, the Atoms for Food initiative. According to FAO, with only 6 years from 2030, hunger and food insecurity trends are not yet moving in the right direction to end hunger and food insecurity by 2030. The indicators of progress towards achieving global nutrition targets similarly show that the world is not on track to eliminate all forms of malnutrition. Billions of people still lack access to nutritious, safe, and sufficient food. FAO statistics further show that in 2023, an estimated 28.9% of the global population, that is 2.33 billion people, were moderately or severely food insecure. Between 713 to 757 million people may have faced hunger in 2023. 1 out of 11 in the world and 1 out of every 5 in Africa. Now, worldwide food insecurity disproportionately affects women, children, and people living in rural areas. Further, on economic access to nutritious food, estimates show that more than 1/3 of people in the world, about 2.8 billion, diet in 2022. Inequalities are evident, with low-income countries having the largest percentage of the population that is unable to afford a healthy diet. With the lack of improvement in food security, and the uneven progress in the economic access to healthy diets, it is projected that 582 million people will be chronically undernourished at the end of the decade, with more than half of them in Africa. These figures point to a crisis that calls for us to reach for bolder solutions. There's an urgent need to accelerate the transformation of our agri-food systems with innovative approaches to enhance their resilience against major challenges and address ensuring that healthy diets are both accessible and affordable for everyone. We must find innovative solutions to counter unsustainable food production occasioned by changing climate, shortage of water resources, and decreased yields through growth rates. It is untenable, for example, that while Africa has 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land, with an agricultural sector accounting for 35% of Africa's GDP, we spend a staggering $78 billion on food imports each year. In the Horn of Africa, there is no year or season in which the whole region receives normal rainfall and is free from climatic anomalies such as floods or drought. We also must tackle the problem of post-harvest losses, whereby, according to the WFP, 1/3 of all food production produced, equivalent to 1.3 billion tons, for human consumption is lost or wasted. Again, these losses are most significant in the developing countries where smallholder farmers regularly lose 40% of their harvest due to inadequate storage and lack of preservation mechanisms. The Atoms for Food initiative is therefore very timely and can play a pivotal role in availing the much-needed transformational solutions in averting the growing food crisis. I am pleased to note that by harnessing the advantages of nuclear techniques along with other advanced technologies, the initiative aims to support countries to enhance agricultural and livestock production management, reduce food losses, and ensure food safety, improve nutrition, and adapt to the challenges of climate change. Some of the major impediments to food security. I also take note that these groundbreaking solutions to be availed under the initiative will be tailored to the specific needs and circumstances of countries, a key factor to achieving fair. The agricultural sector is the backbone of Kenya's economy, contributing about 24% of the country's GDP and 65% of export earnings. In addition, agriculture has the highest effect, providing the livelihood of over 80% of Kenya's population, owing to its strong forward and backward linkages to other sectors of the economy. Hence, the strengthening of our agricultural sector is a key development priority for Kenya. Cognizance that innovation in agriculture addressing food security challenges, the government focus is on incentivizing production by adopting responsive technological innovations and promoting mechanization and digitization of agriculture to enhance effectiveness and efficiency in agri-food systems performance. Nuclear and related techniques come as very effective in managing the challenges brought about by climate change and improvement in productivity and nutrition quality that is greatly needed in the world. In this regard, we appreciate the support we have received from the agency, through which Kenya has successfully used nuclear techniques to drive smallholder productivity by improving water and nutrition, use of efficient crop and livestock improvement, and high productivity. However, drought, floods, unpredictable climate and post-harvest losses continue to be a challenge to our crop production and food security in the country. Under this initiative, we look forward to support the extension of the mutation breeding and molecular techniques for crop improvement to major crops, food irradiation, to prolong the shelf life of foods, and in the implementation of assisted reproductive technologies to improve the quality of animal reproduction and nutrition. With this support, for example, in the area of food irradiation, to prolong the shelf life of foods, Kenya can avert the loss of harvested crops, which is estimated to be about 20 to 30% of crops annually. We therefore look forward to the agency's support in the establishment of our first. While supporting the ambitious plans of the initiative, we note that without the requisite funding, its performance will be dismal. I therefore urge the agency and FAO to redouble its efforts of fundraising and support from development partners and the private sector to enhance partnerships with UN entities. Kenya has several institutions such as KALRO and universities that will continue to offer training and services to other African countries looking forward to become a regional hub with the support of the agency. I urge us to collectively take ownership of this noble initiative and work together towards its successful implementation. On my side, I wish to assure you of Kenya's commitment in supporting and championing the initiative. I thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. Our next speaker is Vice Chairman of the China Atomic Energy Authority. His remarks will be delivered in Chinese. Let's make use of the devices that are on our table, the translation devices. Over to you, sir.
谢谢主持人。 尊敬的格罗西总干事、各位专家、同事、女士们、先生们，大家上午好！非常高兴受邀出席此次更好